Another child taken way too soon by gun violence. And who's the perpetrator? The police. So last month, January 28th, just after 8:50 p.m., on Kettner Boulevard at the Santa Fe Depot train station, Officer Daniel Gold was responding to an unrelated assault call at the American Plaza. As Officer Gold was walking, he heard gunshots. As Officer Gold was jogging to the scene, he saw a teen run around the corner and immediately, 1 second after seeing him, fires his weapon and kills him. Apparently, the kid was walking through the train station when he made contact with another 16-year-old boy. The other 16-year-old drew his weapon and fired shots at the teen. Both teens then ran in opposite directions. The teen that was running away from the shooting actually ran around the corner and was immediately shot by the police officer. It was later discovered that that teenager had a handgun on him concealed. Authorities have not released the name of the teenager because he is a minor, but they were able to arrest the teenager that fired the shots. Now, this shooting is being investigated by the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. Just a sad and unnecessary situation. Why is it that a fleeing teenager running away from gunfire is immediately shot by a police officer responding to the shooting? And I understand that in that moment, the officer might have thought that he was the actual shooter. But the teen wasn't holding the handgun or even pointed it at the officer as he went around the corner. That officer had no reason to believe that that teenager was the shooter. When people shoot, other people run. That's just the natural way of things. So in my opinion, for that officer to shoot that teenager without even knowing if he was the actual shooter or not is completely unacceptable. It just so happens that the teenager had a gun on him. What if he didn't? What if it was a mom and her child running? Like I said, it took exactly 1 second for the officer to shoot. 1 second is not possibly enough time to properly assess the situation. My condolences to the friends and family members of the deceased. Truly a heartbreaking case, and even more heartbreaking that this kind of thing happens all the time. Because police officers are trained to kill. They're trained to shoot center mass and to alleviate the situation as quickly and as effectively as possible. What they're not trained to do is de-escalate and actually care about American citizens. And unfortunately, especially if those American citizens don't reflect what they look like. Oftentimes, they do reflect what they look like, but we're always seen as a threat, even to our own. And yes, I understand that the teenager did have a gun on him, but he never fired the gun. At that moment, he was fleeing gunfire. He was a victim. He was somebody who needed help. But instead of getting help, he was gunned down in a street by a scared police officer. And that's why I say all the time, not every single police officer is a hero. Their job is to protect and to serve, but they never said for who.